Good day, guys and girls. So today we're going to be looking at the Sylvania LED replacement bulbs for most vehicles. They carry all kinds of different sizes. Obviously today we're looking at H11s because that's the size of the fog light bulbs for my Ford Flex. So just as a little bit of background, we've done some videos with fog light bulb replacement. We'll put links in the description. And we've put in, so far we've put in cheap, no-name Korean bulbs. They lasted probably about a year to look back and see when the last time I uploaded a video was. But yeah, they were okay. They were cheap. I think they're about $5 a piece, so can't really complain. But we have put in Silver Stars, Sylvania Silver Stars, which were approximately, I think they were close to $70. And didn't get really a whole lot of lifespan out of them either. And we've put in Philips extra vision bulbs, we've put in just the base Sylvania bulbs, we've put in just OEM bulbs. No real luck. So I think what the problem might be is that just the vibrations and everything with the Flex is just causing these bulbs to deteriorate and wear out early. The other complicating factor is that in Canada we have daytime running lights, which should be mandatory everywhere, by the way. But in the case of my Flex, the fog light bulbs are the actual daytime running lights, so they're running all the time, day or night. So I think that too is a factor why they're wearing out so fast. So I was looking around for LED bulbs, and one of the problems that I found with most of the LED kits is that they came with ballast, which is basically a little box that has to be mounted. These ones here, plug and play. So that's one really nice thing, is that you don't have to mount a ballast. On my Dodge Dakota, I had put in it was a Chinese made HID conversion kit, and actually it was a great kit, but you had to mount the ballast, and the ballast was about kind of the size of this instruction here, but it was about yay thick, and that was a thin ballast too. That was a digital ballast, and that was fine. You got a truck, it's fairly easy to mount everything, but I live in southwestern Ontario in Canada. We use a lot of salt, a lot of brine, and it actually ate away the ballast and deteriorated to the point that the lights didn't work anymore. So that's one advantage to going with these ones here. Not only that they're a good name, they're made in Germany, all that stuff too, but there's no ballast. It's just plug and play. The other thing that really attracted me to it was the fact that there is no fan on these ones to cool them. So these can get very hot apparently, and these ones just have a heat sink. No moving parts, no fan to worry about either stopping or getting corroded. Again, Canadian weather, salt, all that kind of stuff. I think something with a fan would probably work good in California, nice weather, but in Canada, I don't know. So these feel like very good build quality. I actually picked them up at Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire is not sponsored on this video. These were actually on sale. They were regularly $119, and they were on for 99 bucks. Nice thing with Canadian Tire too is you get Canadian Tire money. You can start stacking deals. Sometimes they have 30 times Canadian Tire money. Again, I'm not promoting Canadian Tire. It's just that's where I got it, and I feel that deserves a shout out. So yeah, with all the advantages of this one, I don't want to keep going down the rabbit hole of spending $20-30 every year or so, and figured we'll try these ones. They're 99 bucks. It's a big investment, but if you think about all the money that I've invested so far, it kind of hurts, because I probably have spent 150 bucks or more on fog light bulbs. These ones say right on the box, 5-year warranty. So, and the nice thing too is they're 6,000 K, so they're gonna blend in better with my HIDs. I've got factory HIDs with the Ford Flex, So hopefully everything's going to look good. However, with the Ford Flex, there is reflectors that are in the fog light housing that kind of narrow the spread, or the beam spread. So I don't know how it's going to work with only having the light source coming out of two specific spots, whereas a incandescent bulb would be obviously all over and spreading all over. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, so basically we've opened everything up. There's a little set of instructions in here. Basically it says turn off the car, take the bulbs out, plug them in, put them back in your car, and turn it on, and repeat the process. So we're going to go do that now, and we're going to see how these fit. One other thing I wanted to say is that through my research I did find a lot of Chinese made, no name brand, whatever you want to call them, bulbs that were just basically a standard H11 bulb that had a bunch of LEDs glued all over it. And yeah, they might work for a while, but they were pretty expensive for what they were. And you know, they're not tested. They're not produced by any major manufacturer. They're made by some Chinese manufacturer under contract for, you know, in a lot of cases, a person like you or me. So there's no testing, there's no standards, and who knows what you're getting, how long it's going to last. At least with these ones, 5-year warranty. I can go back to Canadian Tire, wherever you purchased it from, and, you know, hopefully get them warranted. So 5-year warranty, these things should resist any kind of vibration and damage that way. See how these things fit up, and we'll do a test after to see how they look. So stay tuned. So guys and girls, we've got the car up in the air, getting ready to put on some fog lights. We've got them up on ramps because, hey, we've got the technology, why not? Just make sure that you're chalking the wheels. Please excuse all the bird poop. Chalk the wheels, emergency brake is on. Again, we got the technology, why not? So, what we're going to do in this specific vehicle, we're going to remove this plastic shield that's in here, this splash shield. And what we're going to use is this tool right here. You can use a screwdriver, you can sometimes even use your fingers. But you can see in here, and I won't lie, I have started this fastener, loosened it up. I'm going to just pop that out, get the fastener loose, and that's what it looks like right there. It just goes in, you push this down, and it secures everything in there. So now that this one's loose, I'm going to throw our tool and our little fastener in here. I'm using just a cordless ratchet. This is a 7/32 bit that we're using. You can use a ratchet, you can use a pair of pliers, but we just need to remove. I'll just put this down. I apologize for all the movement here. We're not a high production value company here. We just care about giving you all the good facts and all the information so that you can make a informed decision and maybe do something that you didn't think you could do. So 2 fasteners are out. We're going to take this plastic shield and we're just going to try to flip it up and out of the way. So now we have nice access. Now I have nice access to the fog light. So hopefully you guys can see this okay. My hands don't get in the way, but we've gained access underneath here for the fog light removal. Some of this might be a repeat from some of the other videos that we've done, but all we're gonna do, hope it's catching everything that we need it to. So we're just gonna remove the fog light, pull her out. There's 2 little pins on each side. loosen it, kind of pull one way, loosen it, kind of pull the other way, and it's going to take some time to get these out, just because you get a little bit of dirt and crap in there. So there's the old bulb. Maybe you can see it, but that element's burned right out. These were these ones that were made in Korea, kind of a no-name brand. They've done their job for about $4.99, $7.99, whatever we paid. So here's your fastener, or your connector, I should say. These ones here, they don't have a little tab, oddly enough, that show you which way it gets hooked up. So I guess in this case it's reverse polarity, no problem. So I'm gonna hook her up, everything's in place. You're gonna basically feel around until those tabs go in, give her a turn until she stops, and that's it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably anchor that with a zip tie. But first, before we do anything, we're gonna make sure that everything's hooked up okay, because usually there is a tab. I don't know if you can see it on that one, but there's a little tab or a little divider in the middle there that makes sure you hook it up the right way. I'm assuming that with these Sylvanias and the LEDs, they're reverse polarity okay, so you can hook them up either way. But it's really that simple, and this is one of the harder cars to replace a fog light bulb on, just because you have to get underneath of it. So, and get it off the ground, I should say, and get rid of all these shielding is what I meant to say. So it should be a lot easier on most cars. But you get the idea. We'll see if everything works. We'll see you on the next video. Hey guys and girls, so either I hooked it up the right way, or these Sylvanias are reverse polarity non-existent, however you want to phrase that, meaning that it doesn't matter whether you hook it up left or right, upside down, normal, kind of like electrical extension cord that has the one plug that's bigger than the other. This one, in this case, doesn't matter. So it's kind of hard to see right now, and it would be really nice if I had another fog light bulb to compare it to, but this color is fantastic. And with the shielding in that fog light bulb with the on these Ford Flexes that tries to narrow the beam down for whatever reason, it looks really good. I was not expecting it to look that good, and to be honest, the color is better than my factory HIDs. The factory HIDs to me always look like a little tint of blue. These ones are more white blue. So we'll maybe show them at nighttime just to see. And so far, very, very happy with this, and we'll see what the longevity is. So, just interesting enough, that is my wife behind me. That is the Ford Flex with the brand new Sylvania LED bulbs on. As you can see on the Ford Flex, it is a daytime running light during the day, and then obviously when you're driving with the lights on, you can choose to have the fog lights on and off. So I think it looks fantastic. I think it's not 6,000 K. I think it's probably closer to like a 7, maybe even an 8. But I might be just kind of not remembering correctly what my old fog lights were on my Dodge Dakota, but I think they look fantastic. Nice to get them out on a real world situation and see how they look. So very impressed. We'll do a video of them at nighttime, and we'll go from there. I just wanted to show you guys and girls what the fog lights look like. So I've got HIDs, no fog lights, fog lights, no fog lights, fog lights. How much it lights up the side. And then what we'll do is we'll pull into a dark area here. fog lights on. LED fog lights. You can see how much it lights up on the side. Fantastic. So yeah, overall, very impressed with Sylvania LED fog lights. Very, very impressed. Here's what the fog lights look like. You can see that they actually make the LEDs or the HIDs look a little bit whiter, and the fog lights are a little bit bluer. I always thought that the HIDs looked like they had a little bit of blue on them, but not nearly as much compared to the fog lights. So overall, very impressed. Would highly recommend. Highly recommend. If you guys liked the video, you found it informative, think about giving me thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Tell me why down in the comments. Think about hitting that subscribe button there in the corner. We're adding content like this all the time. Could be car related, could be house maintenance, yard maintenance, things that I think that you guys and girls would find interesting, informative, and helpful. Remember, you never know unless you bear. We'll see you on the next one.